Happy New Year! This is my first Dragon Ball drawing back since Christmas, so hopefully I'm not too rusty. Found this cool image of Trunks. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. Center point of my page here, I'm going to start with his eyes, just sort of along this halfway line. And they're not sort of crazy complicated eyes or anything. They don't have those frowns in the middle. So we go this way. Disappears underneath his hair here somewhere. But I will square it off. Now we will probably cover some of that. And then it goes to a point at the front, right? So we'll go back this way and we get wider as we go to the top, okay? And they have these little texture lines just on the end. It's kind of cool, you don't see often. In Dragon Ball at least, right? Other eyebrows, pretty much the same thing. Right, I'll square it off. It does get covered by hair, but just to keep everything same sort of level, like so. And then those texture lines just here. And then Dragon Ball eyes, so they're kind of square-ish, right? So you have a long line, a small line, and then they're kind of more curved this way than we're used to. And then a small line, a long line, and then we go around here. And then his iris, half circle around there. And the pupil, he's just like looking up underneath the eyebrows and there. Same thing here. Half circle, and then the pupil looking up at us like that. So then his nose, you do this kind of curved line here, and it's like a little hook, right? So it goes down and back up. And then they always tend to draw in the shadow or the bridge of the nose on the side. Like that. Then we have those cheek marks. And then here. Like so. And then the mouth, pretty flat, just comes across, curves down on the sides. Like so. Okay, now we can't see his chin, right? Because he's holding his sword sort of folded in his arms. So his arm goes right up close to his mouth, right? His hand does. Now it's like his wrist is here, so it covers his chin, right? So it comes down this way, and his arm goes off this way. Like this curved line here. And then his hair sort of covers the side of his face, right? So say like the center of this. So we'll go, forehead is about here, and then this curves down this way. Covers some of our eyebrow there. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So it's his long purple hair. He's not in Super Saiyan mode or anything. Down like that. So it's kind of like a love heart sort of shape. So then his face then lines are in here, coming out from the side of the hand. If you wanted to draw the chin, and you know, if you're used to doing that, you can, and erase it afterwards, but I think it's easier to do it this way. His jaw just comes out the side there, and then roughly the same on that side, and then it just curves up behind the hair here, like so. And then we can see sort of necklines and like top of his chest muscles and neck muscles and stuff all here. Like a few of them. So then he's got like some texture lines on his hair here. So going up underneath, just to show that there's a bit of hair like underneath here. Right? Following the sort of curvature of his head. And then he has one strand of hair that comes down behind his hand. So you got to be brave in where you just place this. You just got to go for it like that, right? And we're going to want to be able to color it purple as well a little bit. So we're going to like go around the outside of it, and it gets kind of skinnier as it goes down this way. So it's like purple in the middle. And then he's like been battling future Trunks, you know, so he's been battling androids and or Goku Black, depending on which show you're watching. Right, so he's kind of dirty and beat up and stuff. So his hair comes out from behind his arms here, right? So he's got his denim jacket sort of folding this way, and then he has long, relatively straight hair here. But on this side, it's kind of like folded in behind his sword, right? So it goes like, it's got these sort of texture lines that go this way, because the sword is kind of pushing it in this way. It's like he's hugging his sword, sort of thing. And then his hairline goes up here and around to the bumps on top. So these sort of, the center line of the hair, the part in the hair is here. And then it bumps around the other side, like that. So then a bit of texture on this hair. So like just the curve each side first. And then the texture lines on this side kind of go pretty long this way. Very long, fine hair. Okay, now those arms, right? So we got like the inside of his wrist here. So we just go down to his forearm, like that way. And then we have an elbow sticking out and goes up here. And then the other forearm line that way. And then he has like some forearm muscle lines there. And his bicep goes underneath his jacket. So it's like this denim edge to it. It's kind of like resting on his bicep there. Okay, and the other arm goes out this way. So it goes like so, and then his wrist comes out from underneath there. Then we meet another elbow, same on this side, kind of pointier. And goes around, and it goes underneath a denim jacket line again. We got the sword coming out from there, so this kind of comes down that way. And then there's another forearm line, like a muscle line, like so, and like an elbow situation there. So he's real hunched over, and the sword comes out this way. Might need a ruler for the sword. Where's my ruler? 1 second. I will be right back. So, ruler. So then, sword goes this way, right? And it's in the hilt, like it's not an exposed blade. It's like still in the sheath, right? It goes up to about there, and then the gold top, right, curves around here, and then it's got an edge going that way, goes around there, and then we have the long round handle. It kind of looks like a genie's lamp, you know, from Aladdin sort of thing. It's got this sort of curving top, Right, and then it goes long. Right, so it goes long and thin. Like that. It has an edge line. And then the handle goes up and off, and of course it has that big round golden end to the handle. If you had room, you could keep going and add that top of the sword, of course. We've got some straps going around there. There's like some hatching on it, like some, looks like there's some cracks and things there. So his shoulder, kind of, it's denim bumping down. There's all these folds and stuff on it. But it just generally hangs down. He doesn't have the jacket on. It's kind of like, I guess, keeping him warm or something. All these sort of folding lines. Down that way. And there's more detail all in here, but we can just see some of his body and his belt and stuff. So he's got like his body here, the jacket hangs down on the inside, and then he's a belt that comes across here. So it's got like a golden section, then a blue section, and then there's like his t-shirt, sort of baggy t-shirt hanging down. And then a buckle in here with an orange middle and some fold lines just for his trousers there. And his elbow is sitting on his knee, which has a tear in it. So it's got spikes, like torn. His knee goes that way. There's like some fold lines there. I think we can see skin here. It's like a round neck t-shirt. So that's like his skin in there, if you were coloring it, of course. And like scratches on his arms. And then we can do some more detail on the denim jacket if you want. You could of course just leave it like that in the color blue, but he has got like a bit more detail on it. So it's like an edge line coming around here. It's got all these sort of folds and things. So like these have like all sort of texture lines like this, stitching and stuff like that on this edge. And then there is a shoulder pad or something with a button on it. It's like a button here. And then texture lines on these. And like a shoulder pad. It's like a lapel, you know, that denim jackets usually have. There's like another line on that way. So how elaborate you want to get with this is up to you, really. Just showing all these ways it folds upon itself and bottom. And a bit more over here. And oh yeah, and he's got some hair that sticks out the back here. Like so. Trunks, future Trunks, with his sword. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.